Can we just cover your name first of all? What's the correct pronunciation?
Tsikrikas. So it's like a silent T. It's not really, but don't worry about it.
So if the T isn't silent, what's it properly?
Like you've got to pronounce it a little bit. Look, don't even worry about it. Just
No,
Tsikrikas.
I want to know what it is.
It's
We're
just that
commentators.
like
Go
the
on. What is it
like
properly?
like Tsitsipas in tennis. That sort of name. Like you've got that little T S sound. Yeah.
Right. Okay. What's the worst you've ever heard it pronounced?
I've heard some horrible things. I've heard Chicolaris once. That was that where they found the L. I'm not quite sure, but that was quite a bad pronunciation.
That was not a silent L, was it?
No, absolutely not.
What about nicknames? What do you go by?
Don't really have many. The a couple of people here have just said the Big Greek a few times, but that's about it. Nothing major. Billy's short enough.
So you've not come over with a nickname?
No, it's not.
The big
Maybe
is quite a long one, isn't it?
maybe Cass fans will have some. Who knows?
Yeah, hope yeah. I'm sure they'll have their own ideas. What was your first taste of Super League like last week then?
Yeah, it was awesome. I couldn't quite believe it, to be honest. The crowd just chanting and like all game. They were obviously Hull KR made the Challenge Cup final, so the crowd there was extremely excited, and it was just so loud. And I'm not sure how many people were there, but it felt like it felt like there were a lot of people there, and even there was a small corner of Cass fans, and they were so loud as well. It was just crazy. But in terms of playing, it was quite fast, quite physical, everything that I expected. To be honest, I knew it was going to be quite challenging, and yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't get the win, but it was a really, really good experience for me.
From just that experience so far, Billy, do you feel like the game over here can suit your style?
I think so. I think it's a lot of it is like that arm wrestle. A lot of it is a bit of a grind, and it's just like set for set, and you've got to really tough it out. And I think that can suit my game style a lot. So I'm looking forward to the next few weeks and hopefully getting more accustomed with that play style.
You say there was a corner of Cass fans at Hull KR. There'll obviously be a lot more at the Jungle on Friday with your home debut. What are you expecting?
I've heard a lot about that too. The boys have pretty much told me that when we get a win here, it just goes crazy. There's nothing like the Jungle when we're going well. So looking forward to that. I think they sing Sweet Caroline, right? There's the boys are telling me that feeling's pretty special. So just expecting a full house and a lot of interesting chants, a lot of songs, a lot of excitement.
We've
But
not heard Sweet Caroline, sadly, for quite some time. You're coming into a relegation fight. You don't have promotion and relegation as we have over there back home. Have you been in any sort of similar situation before?
uh, to be honest, no. This is quite unique, and it's definitely not easy. There's obviously a lot of pressure on a lot of people, but at the same time, we've just focused on ourselves and blocking out all that. And we can't change anything. We can't change what's happened, and it's all just about ourselves in these next 7 games.
Have you sort of detected any anxiousness as an outsider coming into the group?
Um, not exactly anxiousness. I guess it's just we all know the importance of this. We all know how important rugby league is for this town, and it's just it's a really special place here, the Jungle, and we just all want to go well. And there's pressure from the outside, but there's also pressure from ourselves saying that we really want to make this club proud of us as players.
We could see Charbel and Liam, the other two new faces, for the first time on Friday. Obviously, you'll know more about them than we do. What can we expect from those two guys?
Yeah, I'm rooming with them. So first time I've played a bit against Charbel. First time I've met them, and they're good guys. I think they compete on everything. That's their sort of play style. Liam gets very competitive there, and Charbel as well. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of effort from those two, and I think that's what fans are looking forward to as well.
And we've just heard Blake Austin is on his way to Cass as well. He's not in time for this Friday. How's that gone down with the group, or has it happened quite quickly?
Just happened, literally just met him, just introduced myself. So yeah, I haven't he just turned up now. So yeah, that's exciting. Obviously, we all know about Blake Austin and what he's done both in the NRL and in Super League. So yeah, it's really great to have him on board as well.
So Huddersfield Giants on Friday. Have you got any connections with any of the guys in the Huddersfield team?
Not really, no connections really. I do obviously. I've watched a lot of the Australian players, like Chris McQueen and over time, but I not personally. I've watched a bit of Huddersfield tape. They seem like a tough side, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Chris McQueen's taken Super League by storm right from the off. How impressed have you been with his progress since he's been over here?
Yeah, he's going quite well. He's quite the try scorer, a prolific try scorer over here. So yeah, that's good to see. Obviously, he runs hard lines, and he's going quite well over here. Hopefully, he doesn't score too many this week, but yeah, he's going quite well.
And just lastly for me, Billy, in terms of the significance of the game, is it just all about getting the 2 points for Cas now?
Yeah, every game's important. No game's more important than any other one. It's just all about winning and worrying about ourselves to do that. We can't focus on what's going outside here. We can't focus on any other performances but our own, and that's all it is.
Was the situation you'd be coming into all explained to you before you decided to come over?
Yeah, I was well aware of what was happening. Yeah, I understood that there was quite a fight on our hands, and yeah, it made me excited to see if I can contribute and play my part in like finishing the season strongly.
I was going to say, in some sort of strange way, did that make the move a bit more attractive to you as a player, like knowing you could contribute to something special for the club?
Not exactly. I felt just wanting to play Super League in general was something special to me. But obviously, that I like to be able to make a difference where I can and turn up for my teammates. So I guess yeah, that is something I want to do here.
Did you maybe consult with one or two people you know down under who maybe have played over here before deciding to come?
Yeah, pretty much everyone I knew who was playing over here. I spoke to them all about everything, about Castleford, about the team, about Super League, about how the game's played. I watched a fair few Super League games in the lead up as well. Just in the, it all happened very quickly, but I probably had a week where I actually knew I was before I actually knew I was going to come here. So I was just trying to do as much research as I could on everything.
Did anyone in particular have any good advice?
Nothing like actually so a person who played for Cass a long time ago in 1990, Jeff Hardy, he was one of my school teachers, and I spoke to him, and he was basically saying to me that if you put in effort and you just you go 100%, you're optimistic, you are positive, the Cas fans are gonna love you. If you just put in effort, they'll get right behind you, and you absolutely love it. So that was enough for me to be like, yeah, I really do want to do this.